head coach Kirby Smart, the Bulldogs will host Kentucky on Saturday at noon Eastern on ABC. If we have Coach Smart on the line, if we can, while we wait on any questions, if you could please take a moment to comment on your team as you prepare to host Kentucky on Saturday.
Yeah, we've started off this week with two really good practices. I've been proud of the guys for attacking the things that we feel like we need to work on and continue to get better at. Every time we play Kentucky, we always say it's one of the most physical games of the year. I think all SEC games are physical, but this one, over the years, doing about a 9 or 10 year history, whatever it's been super physical, a lot of runs, been some tough weather games, been some really tight battles, some low scoring battles, and just have so much respect for the way they play football, the way their offensive line plays and defensive line plays, and we think it'll be another physical game up front. So we're working towards that.
Coach, we'll start you off today with Jordan Hill of Dogs 24/7.
Yeah, Kirby, what was your reaction seeing Sam being let go at Arkansas on Sunday? And have you had a chance to talk to Sam since then?
Yeah, I texted with him, haven't actually talked to him, but we texted back and forth, and he knows that's the nature of this business. He understands it. He's very appreciative of the career he's had, the work he's done. He was glad I reached out, but you know, that's we all know that's part of it.
Separate question, what does Ernest Green look like? What has he been able to do this week?
Ernest continued to work, rehab to get better and strengthen and really get stamina, endurance, and he's working hard to get back, and don't know the timeline on that yet.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Jeremy Johnson of Dogs HQ.
Hey, Coach. Obviously, you just the question about Ernest. What have been your take on the two guys that have kind of been playing at that right tackle spot, and just what's kind of the the plan for having those guys, have Ernest come back at some point, and are you kind of comfortable with those guys, or what's kind of your plan for ingratiating Ernest back into it whenever he's ready?
Well, the plan is to play the best guy that gives us the best chance to win. That's the decision we have to make at every position. And right now, that's those two guys. They are battling. They're both growing and getting better, both relatively young players, very different players. And then when Ernest is ready or when he's completely healthy and able to come back, he'll be back to compete with those guys and get back to playing for us.
Thank you, Coach.
We'll go to Mike Griffith with the HAC.
Kirby, I asked Coach Kelly about this as well. There seems to be a trend now. I know this NIL portal era has brought so many changes, but we have seen some major coaching changes mid-season, and obviously you mentioned Sam a moment ago. There's others out there you're aware of. What's the reason? Like, why would you do that now? Why are we seeing more of that now than maybe before? What's the concept, and is that a dangerous trend?
Really don't know. I think that would be a good AD question because I don't think there is a good time to do that. I think maybe the fear in recent years has been the later you do it, the more you lose your recruiting class, and the later you do it, the more fluent your roster is. I mean, you could say that's the case by doing it now, but maybe it gives guys on staff a chance. Maybe it gives you a chance to recover and look and shop and try to find who your next person is. Because, I mean, if you wait to the end of the year and do it, you're going to have less time to replace the coach. They've got a long time to look and shop. I mean, it's really, really tough on those kids, on those teams, and it's really tough on those staffs who they got coaches that are still coaching that don't know if they have a job. So it's not a good situation either way.
Thanks for the answer, Coach. Appreciate it.
Next will be Connor Riley of Dog Nation.
Yeah, Kirby, I was just wondering how Nate Frazier is doing in practice this week, and what are some of the things that you're working on with him as he tries to work through this fumbling issue once again?
He's working hard. He always works hard. And you don't really necessarily change how somebody works, right? They work hard, and we appreciate that. There's not a week that we go out there that we don't talk about, emphasize turnovers, ball security, and those things. I don't think there's a team in the country that's not repping and practicing ball security. So it's something that he's got to overcome. He's got to play with confidence, and it comes with habits, and we're going to keep working on those with him. But he's been great. He works really hard and has a positive attitude, and that's what you look for in a teammate.
Thanks, Kirby.
Coach, we'll finish you up today with Steve Moulton on WZZN.
Coach, always appreciate the time. I wanted to ask in particular, I know you've been asked a couple of times about the O-line, but the O-line as a whole, how would you evaluate how you think your offensive line has played this year, Coach?
I'm really proud of the way that, based on the number of guys that have been in and out of the lineup, and based on the fact we've had 2 freshmen play considerable amount of time. I think that we're growing in the run game. We've improved in the run game against some formidable opponents. We still have some areas to improve on in terms of pass protection consistency, but I'm proud of what they're doing. I mean, like, if you'd have told me we'd have played with 2 freshmen in these games, then I would have thought that there would have been more struggles on the offensive line. But we still have ways to go, and I think the group is tied together and the run game's tied together better from this point.
And Coach, you've mentioned it on these matchups in particular with Kentucky over the years on how physical they are from year to year. How much does this team, this hallmark that of Coach Stoops' teams, does this team have that same kind of what you've seen out of a classic Kentucky team that you've seen on tape, Coach?
Yes, very physical.
Thank you, Coach.